Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking, and welcome back to Tang Airline Flight 1990. Let's clock in. It is great to see all the Platinum Premier Plus members back with us on this lovely video. And today, we are flying around Las Vegas at night. Look at all the bright lights here in Vegas. Vegas is probably the brightest place on Earth, which you can see from space. And I don't know if you can see the beam that is shooting from the sky. That is a Luxor, and that beam is so bright. That's the brightest light. So Las Vegas, all these neon lights you see around here, all these lights, bright light. If you combine all those lights together, it is 15,000 miles long. Now the strip isn't really in the city of Vegas, is really in a town next to Vegas called Paradise, and the full strip is 4.2 miles long. The strip is actually located on Las Vegas Boulevard. Look at this hotel. Look at this Luxor right here. Look at that bright light. Roughly about 42 million visitors come to Vegas. Majority of the people that comes to Vegas, 48% comes for vacation, 5% comes for gambling, and the 11% comes for convention. So there's a lot of convention being held in Vegas. Roughly about 22,000 conventions being held every year in Vegas. Back in 2019, majority of the visitors came from California, Texas, and Washington. About 50 wedding chapels all around Vegas. He said that about over 300 weddings take place every year. I don't know, that number seems a little too high, but I mean, that may be true. I don't know, but when I did my research, it says 300. So, I mean, I guess 300. There's the Venetian. The second largest hotel in the world. The main food that's being eaten here is shellfish. Roughly about 60,000 pounds. So, crab, lobster, oyster, scallops. So those are like the go-to food to eat here in Vegas. I've been to Vegas multiple times, but I have never really eaten like seafood because A, they're expensive, and you know that's out of my budget. But yeah, 60,000 pounds of shellfish consumption. That is more than anywhere in the US. The largest payout on a slot machine was back in 2013 at an Excalibur hotel. This is the Excalibur here, the one that you see the blue and the red, kind of looks like a castle. That's Excalibur. So somebody won 39.7 million back in 2013, and they only spent $100 on a slot machine. Can you imagine that? Only spending $100 and you won 39.7 million. I mean, I don't know what's that after tax, probably like 60 bucks, but I mean, still something, you know? And look, we got Hooters, MGM, New York. And if we look to our left, you see that Ferris wheel, the one with the purple, red, blue, and looks like turquoise. That is a high roller. It was the tallest Ferris wheel in the world, but it got surpassed by Dubai. Dubai opened their own Ferris wheel back in 2021. So the height for this Ferris wheel is 550 feet, and it was opened back in 2014. So, you know, if you were to go on the Ferris wheel, you know, it would take about 30 minutes to do a whole circle around the Ferris wheel. And that is that's the high roller here. To keep in mind, so we did the Navy Pier in Chicago, and the size of this Ferris wheel is like twice the height of the one Navy Pier. But take a good look at that, bro. Take a good look at that. Ooh, high roller, man. Getting a nice view of the whole city. Ladies and gentlemen, and the tall tower ahead of us that looks like an airport tower, that is the Stratosphere. It holds the title as the tallest observation tower in the United States. The tower height is 1,149 feet. It is the second tallest freestanding structure west of the Mississippi River. I don't know if you guys remember when we did our trip at Chicago, the 875 North Michigan Avenue, which is the John Hancock. Stratosphere is taller than the John Hancock by like 20 feet. This will be nice if it was located like kind of like in the middle of the street, kind of like closer to like where the high roller is at. You get the nice view, but I feel like when it's up here, kind of up north, it kind of there's not really much to really look at. It seems like, at least that's just my opinion. I mean, I never been to the Stratosphere, but that is the Stratosphere right here. Yep, like a dang airport. And we can't fly around Vegas, not talk about the hotel casino. So Las Vegas is home to more than 20 largest hotel in the world, over 150,000 rooms, and more than 160,000 slot machine. The Golden Gate Hotel was, or is, the oldest hotel in Vegas, which opened back in 1906. And the first hotel to be opened on the Strip is the Flamingo. That was opened back in 1946. Now you can see the MGM is the green building. That's the MGM. MGM is the third largest hotel in the world. Has a total room of 6,852 across 30 floors, and the gambling area is 170,000 square feet. Take a good look. That's the MGM right there. Probably the iconic MGM, and then here's the Bellagio. Bellagio is the one with the water fountain. That's probably the two most iconic hotel casino. As we're flying here, just kind of taking this nice sight right here. To our right, we got the New York with the old Statue of Liberty, and that is the Excalibur, the one where the person won 39.7 million. So I don't know if can you guys see that gold bronze lion right underneath the sign of MGM? Right here, the gold lion right here. That is the largest bronze statue structure in the US, weighing 50 ton. And the fountain, guys, that's the Bellagio, which you flew by earlier. So Bellagio held 2 Guinness World Record. One for having the most fountain. There's over 1,200 fountains here. And the second one is the tallest chocolate fountain, which stands 27 feet tall. So those are the 2 Guinness World Record. The Bellagio fountain was the largest fountain in the world, but in 2009 it got surpassed by Dubai. Dubai had their own fountain. It seems like Dubai is just, you know, first of all, they have the highest skyscraper. Now they have the largest fountain. And let's just fly over here. So those fountains can shoot the water up to 460 feet in the air. Yep, those fountains right here. Imagine just having a room and you have that sight right there of the fountain. That is so amazing. What we're seeing now is the second largest hotel in the world, the Las Vegas Venetian. Right here. And you can tell by the Venetian, by this little clock tower right here. That's basically what, you know, every Venetian hotel has that. The other city that has the Venetian is Macau. So Macau Venetian, the building overall is larger, but it doesn't have that much room. Where Venetian here in Vegas is smaller, but it has twice the room than the one in Macau. And there is over 7,092 rooms here in this Venetian. The largest hotel in the world is actually in Malaysia, called First World Hotel Plaza, and that has 7,351 room. So this one here, you know, it's a little under, but nonetheless, it's still the largest hotel right here. That's the Venetian. If I were to go back in Vegas, I would like to stay in the Venetian once. There are 2 cities that are considered gambling capital in the world. Las Vegas is one of them, and the other one is Macau, China. Now, Macau, China is fairly new. I believe it was opened around 2006, 2007. The overall revenue, gambling revenue in Macau, surpassed Vegas back in 2007. A reason B is because in Macau, China, majority of the gambler comes from China, and there's a lot of rich people there, you know. And gambling in Macau is pretty much the only spot you could gamble in China legally. So a lot of people go there to gamble. Rich people go there to gamble. And you know, compared to Vegas, where Vegas only 5% of people come to gamble, where everyone else comes for, majority comes for vacation. Not in Macau. Even though Macau has like the same hotel, bright city, same thing, kind of like Vegas, but they're completely 2 different things. Because gambling Macau is really what is known for. That is Period. You go to Macau for gambling. That is it. Where in Vegas you come to, you know, for other stuff you could do. You know, entertainment, show, a lot of things you could do. A lot of family things you could do in Vegas. Where Macau, you come there to gamble. In Macau, you don't have that really. Even though you have a hotel, there's not a lot of things you could do outside the hotel. So you really just have to gamble. Their main focus is gambling. That is it. It's serious. And I mean, and from what I heard, like, you know, if you dare to have fun, you go to Vegas, because, you know, Vegas is just more fun, a lot of things to do. If you want to go there for gambling, then Macau is the place to go. This is like back in 2019, if I get my numbers right. So back in 2019, Macau revenue alone was 28 billion, where the revenue in Vegas was 6.4 billion. That just tells you how serious the gambling is in Macau. So Macau, you know, took the title over Vegas as the gambling capital in the world, but it looks like here in 2023 Vegas took that title back. That is because due to the pandemic. So when due to pandemic, you know, the border was closed, and you know, majority of the gambler, like I mentioned, was from China. Since the border was closed, you can't go to Macau. So the gambling revenue dropped down significantly, like 51%. And because of that, Vegas got the title back, and that's so that's where it's currently at. I'm not sure how long Vegas is gonna hold that title for until Macau is gonna pick it back up, you know. But I do plan on flying to Macau. We can do a trip to Macau sooner or later. It depends on how long I keep this series up. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, enjoyed some of the night view we got, some facts about Vegas you guys might not know. I enjoyed it myself because Vegas is one of my favorite spot to go. And on our next video, we are gonna do a nice street view of Vegas. We're gonna walk along the strip here, and I think it'll be a great video, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and remember, Tang Airline, let your unqualified pilots take you places. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Signing out. Peace.